This is the first vlog I've ever done. So I've done a lot of videos, but so many of my videos are done without me in the frame, or with me in the little bubble when I'm doing a lot of screen shares, because my other business, I do a lot of training. So I'm used to that, but I'm not used to like the regular vlog kind of style. So this is the first time. So anyway, I just got back from, not a vacation, kind of like a family trip. We got as many of our family members as possible together. I drove with, I think my car had 6 people in it. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 people in it. From driving from where I live in Utah to Seattle. My youngest son was just graduated from the police academy, so I got to pin his badge on him. So that was really exciting. It was an amazing journey, but really a surprise because it's not something we ever thought, and he never thought he was going to do. So that's a story for another day. Anyway, so we just got back, and so I drove there. I drove I can't remember how many hours. I think I drove like 9 hours there. I drove like 9 hours back, and then one of my daughters drove the other 4 to 5 hours. So now I'm back home and I have a whole bunch of things to do. So I'm just gonna like share with you some things that I'm doing today, and we'll just see how it goes. And it'll evolve into my crafting, my print on demand, and my selling items, kind of vlogging, so that you can share in this journey, see how I organize things, how I work. I'm very transparent, so I like people to see that, but it also helps because if you're going through a journey, you can see my ups and downs and what I have to deal with, and then you can say, oh, well, I can do this too. You know, if she can do it, I can do it, kind of, thing. That's kind of like my goal. So today, I have to do a lot of things. So I'm going to take my camera around and show you some of the things that I have to do. But some of the things I'm not going to show is, number one, I've got to get all the bedding off of my bed because I didn't have time to wash it all before I left, and it's time to wash it all. So I do have to get that started right away. I already kind of sorted the mail when I got home last night. We got home like at 2 a.m. I went to bed at 3 a.m., but as soon as I check my mailbox, I just have a habit of just tossing everything into the garbage that I don't need. And then I put aside the envelopes that I'm going to like save for journaling. And then I put my mail that I need to open. Now, usually I open it right away and deal with it right away. But because it was 2:30 a.m., I didn't do that. So I do have to do that real quick. I'm going to make breakfast for my grandkids. And then I had a horrible situation at one of my companies. So I own 3 companies, and then I have some side projects that I do, some side hustles. But and my passion and everything is teaching, writing, and crafting, journaling, sewing, that kind of thing, right? So those are all things where I want to eventually spend most of my time. So my first business that I own is my bread and butter, which is I own a virtual assistant company, and we have 28 employees in the Philippines. I have a COO who's been with me since 2006 and has grown with me, and she just quit while I was at the ceremony with my son. So it was horrific. It was a horrible time for me. I was like trying to keep my smile on my face. I mean, I feel like crying right now just explaining this to you. But you can imagine how many years that is. That's almost 20 years of being with somebody, and all the things she knows, I don't know. And so I'm just like, I can't shut down the company because it pays at least the overhead of that company. And that overhead is debt right now. So I have to get that debt paid off before I could ever do anything, sell or shut it down or whatever. So I can't replace her. And it's just too long of a journey to replace her. So I have that to deal with. Then I have some print on demand stuff that I have to work on. That's kind of important. I need to work on my May schedule. Write down, I have appointments, I have sales calls and stuff for my virtual assistant company. Then my second company I own is Fixie LLC, which is a remodeling company, construction company that I own along with one of my sons. And we are in the middle of a job right now. So starting on Monday, we have to go finish that job because our 2 painters, one of them decided not to show up for work and the other one broke his leg. So now my son and I, and another one of my daughters who just happens to have the day off, we hired her, and we all have to go up there and hopefully finish painting that house on Monday. So I have to get all that ready, get that on my planner, and figure out what am I going to do about all this other stuff that I have to do on Monday. So it's a lot of stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab the phone off of this stand here and kind of share with you a little bit about the other things, you know, like what else I have to do here. Welcome to the mess of unpacking. So we took everything in from the car. That's one of my big things that I do. I never leave everything in my car, no matter how late I get home. So we got home at 2 a.m. My son and I, my daughter, my grandkids, we all brought in all of our stuff. It's not like that bad, right? And then all the stuff on my kitchen counter, which drives me crazy because I can't handle anything on my counters. But all of this stuff needs to be put away. Water bottles need to be washed, put away, dried, put away. Just little things like that. Just stuff laying all over them. So that I have to get done today because otherwise I won't be able to work on all my other things that I need to do. The other thing I have to do is I have to sort all the receipts from the trip because it was also a business trip, so I can write that off. So I've got all this, there's my journal there. So I've got all of that to do as well. I'm going into my office. So I need to do a video on my office too, because it's pretty much ready. I just have a couple of things to do before I can give you guys a tour of the video. I have these fabrics that I want to put on bolts. So this is how I do my fabric bolts here. I put them on pieces of Dollar Tree foam board. And so that's some of my fabric. I have a lot stored away in a sewing cabinet. So I need to get all of these fabrics up. Here's a pair of jeans that I'm working on for upselling. Here's a bunch of fabrics that I got from Michael's that I need to get put on bolts. And these are fabrics from Teemu that actually came in amazingly, along with this one here, just absolutely gorgeous. So I need to do all that. I also need to take off this weekend. I need to take off all of my covers because it's not going to snow anymore. So I need to take off all my covers off my furniture, get these covers all washed, dried, put away. These are really heavy duty from Covers and All, I think they're called. Oh my gosh, they're such great ones. So I have 2 more rooms that I need to renovate. Well, actually, my master bedroom is almost fully renovated. The floor is down. I still have to put the furniture in there. I have to order my bed. This is going to be my master bedroom. Need to order my bed. I need to wallpaper that wall. We still need to trim out the windows. Still need to put on the bedroom door. But the flooring's all done. The painting's all done. The ceilings, the lighting. I got to put up my fan. Have a storage room downstairs that needs to be I have to take all the clutter out, throw stuff away, get all that ready so that I can paint that, clean that, get all the spider webs out of there, etc., and then set that up with things that I store in there. And I have a family room to do, a hallway, and then an entryway. So we still have quite a bit of room, so I won't get all that done this week. Throw away the junk that I'm not going to be able to use. I looked through my mail to see which of the junk mail. This is all junk mail. None of this is anything I can decorate it. And this is a great size. Let's see, have the regular envelope here. And then we have these ones, which have 2 windows, which would be very interesting to use. And here's another one with 2 different sizes. See that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my handy dandy thing pretty much prepped so that I have a whole drawer of these because I'm going to make and sell a lot of these. I'm going to take out the mail that's in the inside. I also look at that just in case there's anything, and there's not. So that's going to be shredded. I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut where I think I'm going to want to. Here you can make a really nice, and this cover here is really thick. Now you can keep this piece on or you can take it off. It doesn't matter, whichever way you want. So now this one has some photos in there. So I'll look at the photos and say, do I want to cut those out and use them? And I really don't on this one, but just cut this out right away just so I don't forget. And then I'll fix it up corner in a small mistake. Don't you love it? So that's an important thing about when I'm teaching classes or when I'm sharing what I do. I want to make sure that you see my mistakes. Like a journal, actually, it might work out good, right? This could be the cover. And look at that even. Isn't that pretty? So you could do something like that. Actually, that's really nice. So I'll just save that. So there you go. So then I just take these and come and put them over into my drawer, which I'll show you right here. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully my, where is it? Here. So I have a whole drawer that has all of these. So this is the drawer that I fit them all into. And I have bundles on a lot of them. Like I put a rubber band around some of them. I have different sizes and different kinds, and some that you can even make these little booklets with. So let me show you. So I get these ones from American Express that are really cool. I wonder if I have one here that's not wrapped up. Yeah, here we go. So I'll get these books like this. This one's from Delta. And this itself is already a booklet. So you could actually take this and already create a junk journal with it. It's super cool. These are really fun projects that you can do. Let me just put that up there for now. So now I'll just take the ones that I just undid and stack them. So this one goes here. And then I just try to keep them, in the size that they are. And because I only have one hand, it's not going to work very well. But so I'll just stick those in there. And I'll just try to keep it kind of organized like this. So I have a whole bunch to work on. But, you know, as the years go by and I get older and have more time to do things that I want to do, this is one of the projects that I want to get done. All right, so that's where I'm at now. All right, so now I'm getting ready to do my bedding that I have to do today. So I threw my white sheets into my front loader, and then I'm going to fill up the, use my Ecos to fill up the detergent section, and then I'm going to put the white vinegar in the softener. And then I'm going to grab my baking soda. You can use, I have super washing soda here. I also have borax back here. I have this cute little, this one I think I got from Michael's, this rolling cart that I just pull out with all of my stuff that I need on the daily pretty much for washing or taking stains out for cleaning, you know, stuff like that. So it's really nice because then I don't have to open up cabinets. The kids don't have to open up cabinets, and I just push and pull it right back in here on the wall between my washer and dryer and the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done now. And then what we're going to do is we are going to turn this on to bedding, and I am going to choose, I can't do it because it's close the thing. And then I'm going to choose bedding, and then I'm going to make sure that I choose cold water. So that's the important thing to keep the sheets white. A lot of people use Clorox. Don't do that. That yellows the sheets over time a lot, and it's also toxic. So you're sleeping on toxins when you do that because you can't get it all out. The other problem is if you use warm water, any stains on there are going to stick in there. So cold water with vinegar, baking soda or washing soda or borax, and cold water on bedding cycle is the way to go. So I'm going to get that ready now. Okay, I got the laundry started. I did the envelopes. So mail's all taken care of. Now I got to tackle all of the unpacking. All of the clothes were clean because we stayed in Airbnb, so I always wash everything before we bring it back, so I don't have any laundry there to do, which is great. And then I have this whole freaking kitchen counter to clean off, which is not that much. It's just annoying, so I'll get to that. And I think that's so boring that I don't think I want to even film this on fast speed for you because it's just too boring. So a lot of it's my grandkids stuff, my son's, and I don't think my son wants you to see his clothing anyway. So I'm going to get that done and be back. You ever get sidetracked? So I did the laundry. I started unpacking. I thought, okay, I got to go make my tea. And I look in my, oh, so gross. I don't even know if I can get an image of that. But do you see the hard water deposits on the bottom? I'm like, oh, gross. I can't drink that. I started scrubbing it out. And I started scrubbing it out. And I said, well, because oh boy, what am I going to do? So I'm like, okay, scrubbing it out. And then that was getting really hard. I was using my Scrubby and my Scrub Mommy. That wasn't working so well, so I went and got an Effordent that I had gotten from Dollar Tree to clean the coffee maker. So is it dissolved? So I'm going to let that sit in there for a little bit. And in the meantime, so I have my little coffee station over there. So in the meantime, I am just boiling water on my stove. And it's an induction stove, so it goes quickly. It's almost boiling there. So I'll go ahead and get my teas ready. I figured, well, then I'll just make 2 teas for today. I drink about 6 cups of tea a day. of different herbal teas for different things. My mushrooms, I use my Sakura cherry blossom powders, I put my proteins, my honey. Here's my Sakura powder that I use, my mushroom powders up there, and I put all those in my teas. Up, that's boiling. Let's turn that off. And so I'll go ahead and get those teas ready, get my supplements ready. It is now 11, almost 11:30, a little bit behind. Oh well, things happen. Do you ever just stop what you're doing because you have an emergent, like a little, that's not an emergency, but you know, like a little thing that comes up and you got to go take care of it? Just happened to me. So I have my little tea drawer here all organized. I have green teas, black teas, lots of herbal teas, weight loss teas, liver cleansing teas, you name it, I got it in here. But what I do is in the morning, I usually do a positive energy tea. I'll link these below. I get this one from Amazon. And then second tea that I make during the day, this one I just got from TJ Maxx. So this is just like a spur, like you can't always get it every time. So I got this mango tea. So this one here, when I use this one, I put in there you got to let it go to room temperature to use honey. So then I put my teaspoon of honey that I have every day of local honey so I don't get allergies around here. Then I put in my vital proteins, my collagen peptides, and I also put in my inulin. So I put a teaspoon of my inulin powder. So that's what I start off. Then the second one I do is another tea, and I'll put in my Sakura. I use one that's not very strong in flavors because I use my Sakura cherry blossom powder, which I absolutely love. So, and I love the flavor of it. So I try to put it in something calm. Then the next tea that I do is I'll typically take either a slim tea, or I will take, I'll take one of my packages that I got. Also, I'll show you here. I got these from Amazon. I don't have these labeled out yet because I need to know which one is which. So I absolutely love these. So they put my stevia here that I get from Trader Joe's. Put 5 drops of that in there, and then I fill it half a cup with my high protein Fairlife non-lactose free milk in there. So you can use almond milk or coconut milk or anything in there. But I'll link these below also for you if you're interested in those. And then towards the end of the day, I will use, now this does say, this is not, that's not what it says is not what's in here. So this is where I store my beautiful, delicious hibiscus teas. So these are pure hibiscus. I get this from Amazon, I can't remember where. I think it's from Pakistan. I'm not sure, but order it soon. So I order big bags of that, and then I just store them in these beautiful tins up here on my little shelf by my coffee bar that I absolutely love. So that's what I do there. And then I will also in the evening, I will do one of these detox teas. So I'll use a detox tea. These ones I get from Burlington or Ross or wherever I can find them. I usually don't get them online because they go on sale. I mean, they sell them really good prices at those discount out stores. So that's kind of, or I'll do if I don't have that, I'll do the dandelion root, which doesn't taste so great. So I do have to add stevia to that and some other things to it, but it is really, really great for cleaning your liver. So anyway, that's kind of what I do. And I get these cups ready, and then I'll just stick it in the microwave if it gets too cold for me. But some of them are okay, so I try to make 2 or 3 cups at a time of the different ones that I need to get down into my system, and then I'll get all my supplements ready. All right, finally I got the counter cleared off. It is now 12:30, but of course one of my sons came over and we were talking, so that took some of that time. But like I said, I like clear counters, love my bar stools, but I have to cover them. These ones are the ones my grandkids sit in. I have 2 grandkids that live with me, and so to avoid getting spots on them, that's what I do. So this actually took about 30 minutes. Everything is put away except for all the water jugs. I emptied them out. but I put them in my laundry room sink because I didn't want to fill my sink with them. And I got my Zip Fizz ready to drink. I get these from Costco, and they give me energy, and there's lots of vitamin B12s and other vitamins in them. So I like to get those. I like the raspberry one. So next is going to be tackling all of these things. And then I'm making a pile by my stairs so that I only make one trip. Garbage, things that go back into their containers. These are my daughter's. She's going to come pick those up. These are things that go back in the car. And then all of my bags and stuff, I have containers in my garage / entertainment room that I keep all of that very organized. So this is tackling this next. So I just came into my entertainment room, which is a conversion of a garage into a big game room and billiards and everything. Well, I also have my chest freezer in here. And I came downstairs, and I'm going to show you here. And I noticed here, this orange plug was out of the wall. Oh my gosh, did I have a heart attack? Because this is the only plug, and there's like 2 others that work in here. So I'm thinking, well, where would she have put it? No one is supposed to ever unplug that. And my 17-year-old granddaughter was in here. Then I noticed this was unplugged. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my freezer. So my deep freeze, oh my gosh, I cried. So this is what happens during a life of a business owner. So here I am working on 3 companies and come down here and find out that my freezer has been unplugged for 5 days. All of these, probably I can use right away. My bread, I'm probably going to have to throw all that away because I'm not going to be able to refreeze that. This big, huge bag of corn. Look at my strawberries, everything defrosted. Now, the good thing is a lot of my meats, chicken and fish, is not defrosted. I'm going to have to eat this right away. So I'm going to take that out to eat it. Salmon, I have to eat that right away. But a lot of my chicken is not thawed out, so I can refreeze that. Butter, I can refreeze. The rice, I can refreeze. My Dave's Killer Bread, I can't, so I'm going to eat that or throw it away. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. All of this is still frozen, so that's good. But I don't know. And then the ready-made chicken is half thawed out. That I'll see if I can save that. But that's a day in the life of a small business owner. You start to do all the things you need to do on your checklist. And I've been working. Remember, I told you what happened in my first company, my main company, my bread and butter company. So I had to take about, the last time I talked to you was around 12, I think. So I had to take 2 hours to work on stuff in the company, things that I had to do with the different managers. I had to deal with my COO who's quitting and ask her a bunch of questions to find out what all I need to get somebody else trained for. And then I had to also place a delivery with Walmart because we're out of milk and bread and yogurt and stuff like that. So I placed a delivery order for that. Then I realized I still need to go to Smith's to do the case. They have a case lot sale going on, which hopefully they'll still have the sale on Monday, and I'll go on Monday because I just don't have time this weekend. But anyway, this is what happens. And so of course I called her. I didn't yell at her, but I just said, you just ruined like $1,000 or more of product, So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. So I'm still unpacking. I came down to put away some bags that I had because I keep everything very organized and labeled. And that's when I noticed it. So thank goodness I came down now instead of tomorrow. Another item in the day, interruptions. Lots of interruptions when you're a small business owner, right? So a lot of fires to put out, but I just remembered I need to walk up to my neighbor's house right behind me, a few doors up, to pick up my Teemu packages that she collected for me while I was gone for a week. So I'm going up there now to collect those packages, but it's not going to be really fast because she wants to show me her website, which we've been working on. And now her son has taken over so she can save some money. And I'm just going to give her some tips because I do do website development, and my virtual assistant company does do websites for people. So I'm running out of breath, so I'm going to turn off now. I'm almost at her house. It's up a steep hill. It is almost 4 p.m. now. I'm halfway done unpacking all of those bags you saw that I showed you. I just came back from my neighbor Isabella's house, who lives right behind me. She makes these most gorgeous bags, and I help her with her little company. But these are all the Teemu, and then there's my Pellon that I've been waiting for from Michael's. I wanted to buy a bolt of that. So anyway, all the rest of the stuff is Teemu. So it looks like I need to do a Teemu haul video. I thought I was going to be done with those. I don't think my stuff from AliExpress came, but I guess as we open these bags, we can discover that. But that's going to be the next project, but not today. This one will be either tomorrow or Sunday afternoon, because I got to go finish unpacking. But I was at her house, I would say, for almost an hour, which I thought that's what was going to happen. I looked at her website that her autistic son has been building, and he has done an amazing job. So I gave her some tips and looked over the website, gave her some instruction and stuff like that. So, all right, I'm going to continue to go finish unpacking. All right, I finally got everything unpacked, all the bags put away. I still have 3 little backpacks here that just need to be turned inside out and zippered back up. They're little pouch bags, so you just make them, they become very compact. These are my favorite bags. These are little backpacks. The last ones I bought were not good quality. These are an amazing quality. The other ones broke, but it took like 2 years to break, using them a lot. This is great for weekender trips. I use these for my grandkids when they're traveling with me. They open up into this size of a backpack, which is really nice because it fits a lot. It's got a pocket right here, which becomes the holder when you fold it all back together. It all fits into that pocket like this. I got them on Amazon, links below. It has a front pocket, which is really nice. And it's got the water bottle sides there like this, which is really cool. And it's got these nice straps with the pad on them. I got these for like, I think they were $17 on Amazon. And sometimes this company has sales, as do other companies. But I'm telling you what, it's just so cool and so easy. You see if I can do it real quick for you in an amount time that it takes. You fold it all in like this. You throw these in, put it all inside out. Push those straps inside like this. See that? And then you take it all, smash it all up, and you just squish it into this little pocket like this. Just keep going. Make it really condensed here. And this is so that when you store it, they're not all clunky. It's great for camping. It's great for so many items and stuff that you can do. And I think I just did it the wrong way. I did it really good last time. Let me see how this goes. I think it goes maybe this way. The zipper goes somewhere there. Oh, here we go. Push it all in like this. I think I did it just the opposite way that you're supposed to see. It's got a little tag even that you can hang it on a hook in your house after you're all done. Yeah, this is how you do it. So you just keep smashing it all in till it all fits like this. And then you just zipper it closed. It's great if you're traveling with kids, by yourself, camping, and there you go. Look how cool that is. So I love this idea. I'll put the link below. It is now 5 o'clock. I finally have everything unpacked. I did have more interruptions during that time. It is now about 10 minutes to 6. I'm finally done unpacking, putting everything away. I had a lot of interruptions in between. That's what happens when you're a small business owner. I had things to do with my company, my VA that works with me on my Etsy shop. She had some information I needed to read. I had another one of my VAs who handles some of my websites. She had some questions. I needed to help her with that. And then our company payroll manager had some questions. I had to answer those. So I've been on Google Chat a lot in between. The big point that I want to make here is that if you work full time and you want to start a side business of sewing, of journaling, of selling print on demand, of doing anything on the side, you can do it. It's just, when are you going to do it? So all day, all the things I've been doing are to reach the point for me to really do my passion projects, which is my sewing and my journaling and all of that stuff. So I want to get into all my Teemu packaging, but that's not the most important thing. First, I need to go over to Printify, look at the designs. I need to create 2 more designs today for phone cases that I'm doing. And my VA who's doing phone cases, doing the mock-ups for me, she has already sent me 2 more that she published on Etsy. So I need to check those, make sure that she doesn't need to fix anything on those. So we're working on that. So I need to find time. So I typically do those kind of things later in the evening. So it's almost 6 o'clock now. I'm going to make my bed because all the sheets and blankets and everything are washed and ready to go. So I'm going to put that bed together. I'm going to eat some dinner, drink the rest of my teas that I made earlier, I'm going to watch some print-on-demand videos on YouTube and some of my crafting favorite people on YouTube while I'm eating. Then I will get to work on all of my passion projects. So I'll see you later. Now it's almost 9 o'clock. I got almost everything on my list done. So now I can get ready to do my passion projects, which is working on my fabrics. I have a bunch of fabrics here I need to put on bolts. I have to check on my Printify. I have to use my Kittle. All my links are below, by the way, of all the things I use. I have to create some more mock-ups, stuff like that for my phone cases that I've been designing. So I want to do that because that's part of where my passion lies. I did have to spend, it's 9 p.m., so I did spend 2 hours on working on a video script. Remember I said at the beginning of this day that I got that bad news that my COO quit. So I have been working on, and I've been working with ChatGPT to go through everything in my company, and it made it clear to me, just like other business consultants do, which I am one as well, but I don't listen to my own advice, is you can't scale without automation. And so GPT is telling me, yes, you made the right decision because you need to automate this onboarding process. It should not be so personally involved with humans, especially at the rates that we charge, because we only charge $15 an hour. So it's impossible to be able to scale and make money if we're constantly helping people on the phone and through email. So I created the automation system. I created it myself. Then I gave it to GPT to ask it if it's correct and if it's something, and it was great. And it only had like 2 tweaks to make. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Then I did my script here. So I've got my script ready for my videos, which I want to still film tonight, as long as I can go to my studio and get some good lighting. I have a production studio in my home. I'm hoping that my lighting is set up in there. It might not be. If not, I'll have to find a better place, because right now when I'm talking to you, you can see my face is a little bit hard. It's not very softened. And I don't want to go through the work of filtering. So I'm going to create this video, check it, rest on it for a couple of days, and then Monday night I'll come back to it. I'm hoping to have it ready to give to my team on Tuesday. I'll create the landing page on Tuesday, host the video, put the video there, actually put it on YouTube, then embed it on that landing page along with my links to the sign up pages, to everything that I need to do there. So that was huge because I've been learning what my COO was doing, and that took part of that 2 hours, is to learn everything that she does, understanding it, and then figuring out a way to automate a lot of those processes. So I'm really excited about that, because if I can scale and just do sales calls, that would be great. But one of the things I wanted to tell you is, let's say you're working full time. And that's why I wanted to give you an idea of what a small business day looks like, because even though I didn't get to do all my crafting, I didn't get to do, put my fabric on my bolts, I didn't get to a lot of things that I didn't get to do. Now, I don't go to sleep until 1 or 2 a.m., usually between 2 and 2:30, to be honest. So I still have time tonight, but my first priority is my print on demand, my Etsy shop. And so I need to work on those tonight. And those are part of my passion projects. So I think that I'm going to be able to, within a week, get more time on my passion projects. Then, because on the day of my son's graduation, I thought, I'm never going to get to do anything. I just spent all this money on my new sewing machine, on my new table, on my new office. And I have so much to do, so much to put up online to sell. And I wanted to do all that. And then I thought, I'm not going to be able to, because now I'm going to have to do everything that my COO did, and everything a CEO does. And so I was really, really disappointed. I had a really low, but I couldn't let my son know that. I mean, he still doesn't know. My youngest son, who graduated as the police officer, he still doesn't know because he has a few more celebrations to do this weekend, and I don't want to ruin that time for him. He goes back to work on Tuesday, and so that's when I will tell him, during next week of what happened. He's very close to my COO that quit. She is in the Philippines too. And he knows a lot of my team members. He's worked with them. And so when he was doing his business management degree and stuff, so he does understand that part of business. I'll tell him then. All my other kids know, and my grandkids know. The ones old enough to understand know. Then I'm going to, but I wanted to tell you, the reason I'm telling you all this and sharing this with you is because I want to get to the fun stuff of, I want to do like those vlogs where you're watching me sew and you're watching me package materials together and orders together. And yeah, we'll get to that. But what I wanted to share with you, it's not all fun and games. It's not all easy. And if you're working full time, you can still have a side hustle. You can build, I really recommend you build your business. If it's Etsy store, print on demand, or you're making your own products, or you're doing upselling, whatever it is that you're doing and making. If you do that at night when everybody, put your kids to bed, that would be around this time, right? So let's just say you had a full day of work, then you picked up your kids from school maybe, or daycare, then you went to their after school activities, came home, made dinner. It's going to be around 9 p.m. Get the kids to bed, right? So now it's 9 p.m. Okay. So let's just say this is when your day starts, your fun, your side project to get out of your 9 to 5. This is when you do it. You're going to do it from 9 until 11, 9 until 12, whatever you can get away with, without, getting migraines from not sleeping or whatever it is. I don't get that. So I don't know. Can't relate to that. I can get by on 6 or 7 hours of sleep every night. So I'm fine. But maybe you can't. So make sure that that is put, and then your weekends should be full of doing things on your passion project after you've taken care of your kids and their weekend activities, or in between, or, bringing your phone with you to a game or whatever it is. There are little tiny 7-minute sessions everywhere in your day where you can work a little bit on your business, of your own business. Okay. And then that way, one day you'll have the financial freedom to be able to quit your either a corporate job or whatever job it is, if you're not like totally in love with it. That's the most important thing I wanted to share with you today. So again, tonight I'm going to go work on right now I'm going to go work on my Printify my Printify products, my Kittle, do my design. I have some more designs to make that I have in my brain here that I want to create in Kittle. And then work on designing my new phone cases. I do at least 2 every night. And then what I do is I send them to my VA, my Etsy VA, and then she creates the lifestyle mock-up. I just create the first mock-ups that Printify does for you. And then she goes and designs the mock-ups so that we're not using Printify mock-ups because we don't want to look like everybody else on Etsy. So she does that for me, and then she lists and posts them on Etsy. So I also do have to do a quality control on Etsy. I'm wondering if I have time tonight or not. I want to check her listings that she's done. I've checked all the visuals, which are fine, but I need to click into the listing and read and make sure the tags are the way I want them. I do my own titles and descriptions, so those are already done, but I want to check to make sure she's got all the other fields in Etsy filled out the way that I want them to be filled out, like especially like time it takes to make something and get it received, things like that. So those are some things I want to do. Then I want to get to, I think I'm going to save opening my Teemu items until I can film doing that, because that would be really fun. But if I can do that tonight, I have pretty good lighting in here and you're not going to see my face on those. So I might be able to get to that tonight. That would be fun. I would like to bolt some, would like to put some of these beautiful fabrics I bought from Teemu and from Michael's on some bolts. I do need to go to the Dollar Tree to buy some more form boards, but I have enough to do about 6 more pieces of fabric, I think. So I would like to get to that. While I do that, I just turn on Law and Order or whatever. I'm watching a really good show called Hunting Party, which is super good if you're into like crime and stuff like that and suspense. It's a really good show, and that's on Peacock right now. I am watching the rest of 1920, what is it? The prequel to Yellowstone. I've been watching that on Peacock, but it's been kind of intense. And so it's been hard for me to get out of I think I'm only on the second episode, but it's been quite hard for me to multitask with that going on. So I try to watch shows that are like I don't have to think while it's going on. I don't have to process what's going on because I kind of have it in the background, but I kind of know what it's. So I'm watching all the very old Law and Orders because I never did. I always watched Law and Order SVU, which I'm sick of watching right now because of the political crap that they have going on in there now, which I don't agree with. But so I have been kind of disillusioned about the way that show's been moving, but I love the Stabler ones, the organized crime one. I just love that. I love Stabler. So that's a great show. So I've been watching that. And then I've been watching the really old Law and Orders because I never did watch all of the seasons of that. And then I love to watch SEALs. So I have that on my Paramount Plus. That's something really easy for me to be working and watching. My dad was a Navy SEAL, so I understand a lot about it, and that's probably why I want to watch it. So anyway, so a lot of that stuff's going on. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And this is the first time I've done like an all-day vlog. So I'm going to I'm going to look to see how to edit all this. I might just send it to my video editor for her to do it, but she does take a little while when it's not short. She does all like my shorts and my TikToks and my Instagram reels. But when she gets to longer form videos, I don't think she likes to do those as much. So it takes her like a lot longer to do them. But so I have to see which way to do, but I hope I get this up soon. Okay. I'll see you on the next. Oh, please like and subscribe. I always forget to say that to remind you. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel. And let's get this show rolling and let's see what you can do with your passion projects.